So,
All right. Two other things
rant.
we wanted to talk about. Might be others. We'll see where it goes. We're 48 minutes in, We'll see what
Dude,
happens.
I could go.
We
right
could
now.
go
I
for a
could
bit.
go.
Let's
I'm
hit
on.
this.
I'm
Let's
on
hit
one.
this one first. You got some good bourbon in front of you. He's ready to roll, people. Let's talk about a discussion started between us and our friends finals night after everything was said and done, and Vanguard had won, and we got talking about, and I don't want this to turn into a discussion of put the judge back on the field, but that is the discussion that sparked this concept to be brought up. When you and I were marching in 2010, 9, 11, that era, when the judge was on the field still, there were we knew the whole thing needed to be good because we had an idea from the season when the judge was probably going to be in front of the battery, but maybe that night they weren't going to be out there for phrase X and they were going to be out there for phrase Y. So we kind of treated mentally just the whole show's important. And we was just like, every phrase is equally as important as every other phrase because, and even if you had one phrase where there were a couple ticks, you knew there were going to be ample opportunities throughout the rest of the show. We were literally told every phrase is a new opportunity to be perfect in front of the judge. So if you have a tick in a phrase, move on to the next one. Screw it.
You can kind of make it up.
You knew you had that opportunity. Today's system, and I don't care what anyone says, you need to be 5 feet in front of the battery at this level of the activity to fully split the hairs in terms of drumline on a large scale across a show. But that's a whole different discussion. But put yourself in a performer's mindset of, okay, we have 2 moments in our entire show where we're up on the front sideline, and that judge can really get in front of us and hear everything. So that then can subconsciously put pressure, extra added pressure of knowing we have to nail that drum feature. If we don't, our goose is cooked. We're not winning drums if this 30 seconds isn't perfect. That's rough.
And multiple groups are really starting the show with we're going to start right out of the gate with a percussion feature. We're going to get them exposure moment, right off the rip. So you don't really get to settle into the show and the flow and just get calmed down. Cause you hear that first announcement now into the field, Phantom Regiment, the Colts, and you're juiced.
Yep.
So you can't even really settle into the show.
But
then right off the bat, you're just it's your moment. And this is one of your 30-second phrases.
Now your thumbs up came up. I don't know what caused that, but it happened.
One of your 30-second exposures of the show is right off the bat, and pressure's on, and you're not going to get many other opportunities.
Nope. So I think because friends of ours that were in the stadium, and we kind of heard some of it on the stream where the moment came. We knew the moment for the group was coming up because we'd seen the shows a lot, and then you'd heard phrases when they're on the back hash and stuff where it was cutting through, and it's all right, they're having a good one. It's cutting. And they get right in front of the judge, and you would hear gray. You would hear just a roll not have the quality of the roll they just played on the back hash cut through the mics. And then friends of we text our buddy in the stadium all right, how was that feature? And he was just it wasn't it. And so it's you got to think it's a whole different dynamic to where on how the members might mentally approach the show, a performance now. They know they got 2 opportunities maybe to really throw it in the judge's face, and you're gotta nail it. And if we've heard it a bunch, if you are afraid to mess up, you will mess up. More than likely.